Welcome back to another edition of Sunday School with your boy Buck Bandit P here on the Financial Corner, where we break down investing for average everyday people so we can go out here and get this money. But you already know the motto: no shortcuts, no excuses, just progress. Before we get into it, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also if you want to get your free stock, your free share of Robinhood, make sure you click the link down below. Get your free share when you open up your account. Also, if you want a free $100 when you open up your high yield savings account with Allah, which I suggest everybody should have, click the link down below. Get you started with that. So, without further ado, let's get right into the episode, man. Last week was the index fund revolution. I'm getting a lot of feedback from that. People were saying, yo, that was nice. That was a good breakdown. Appreciate the love. Let's break down index funds a little more. I was going to go into index funds and mutual funds, but it ain't no reason to get into mutual funds, because mutual funds, I'm going to break it down real fast. Mutual funds ain't nothing but you need a certain amount of money. Say you need $3,000, but then your money is locked up for, say, a 2-year period. So that's why mutual funds are not better than index funds, in my opinion. That's why I don't like bonds neither, because your money is tied up for a certain amount of time and you're only getting a set percentage, 15% on a day on a certain stock. So it's just me, my investing philosophy. I always like to go where the winners is at. I want to get the most bang for my buck, me personally. That's all a mutual fund is. So don't even worry about me. If you want to get a mutual fund, go to another channel. I'm about to break down VOO versus VTI. So that's just basically the S&P 500, the best 500 companies in the United States versus the total market, all of the companies, all of the best companies in the United States. Let's break it down. It's the 80% versus the 100%. But this is what's going to blow your mind. Even though these funds look the same, they sound the same, like they almost like the same, they not the same. It's different philosophies, put it that way. VOO, the S&P 500, the best 500 companies in the US, those are your blue chip stability stocks. For VTI, your total stock market, that's your maximum diversification. Like I always say, you always want to diversify. You don't never want to have your eggs in one basket. Keep them spread out. That's just the difference between VOO and VTI. Let's start right here, because most people don't know this. Or, I mean, if you thought about it, you probably asked yourself this question. The S&P 500, the best 500 companies in the US, is actually in the whole market. Understand what I'm saying? So the S&P 500 VOO is the best 500 companies, but VTI, the total market, the S&P is still in there, but they also add, I think, like 3,000 other small cap companies. Okay, so you get it? So the S&P is just the 500. VTI has the S&P in it, but it also has 3,000 other companies that they really don't, you know what I mean? They really ain't worried about for real. But they got them there just in case one of them shoot up, and I'll get into that. Over the last decade, the S&P 500 has outperformed because big tech, the Mag 7, your Nvidias, your Googles, your Apples, your Metas, all them companies like that. So big tech has pushed the S&P up major over this last 10 years. Like if you was in the market 10 years ago and you see the growth that the market has now, it's amazing. I wasn't in the market 10 years ago, but just going back and looking to see how much the market was growing year over year to how much it grows year over year now is insane. Like it's crazy. And that's why people say like, yo, you gotta go to the money printer. You gotta understand where the money is being made, because this is the greatest time to be alive. I'm going to say it again. This is the greatest time to be alive. The reason why we don't understand it, because for one, we don't know where the money at. We focused on jobs and all that. We got to focus on creating the jobs. But also back in the day, to buy and sell stocks, you actually had to go downtown and get a piece of paper and scream and yell crazy. Hey, buy, sell. Like you had to do that. Now you can do this shit from your phone, bro. Like you can literally have millions of dollars without anybody knowing unless you tell them. Like that's how crazy of a time we living in right now. And when people don't take advantage of it, it's like, yo, I used to feel sorry for people, but at a certain point, it's like, yo, bro, all you gotta do is get sick and tired of being sick and tired and go search on your phone. Yo, how to be a millionaire. It'll tell you, invest in index funds, own real estate, save more than you spend. Like, it's gonna give you the damn steps, step by step. So if you ain't on the path, like you don't gotta have money. I'm saying if you broke, you a piece of shit. No, but if you're not on the path to trying to figure it out, you're definitely a piece of shit. I'm saying that. I'm on record for saying that. Buck Bandit P said it first. If you're not trying to figure this stuff out because it's not hard. All it takes is you an hour away from scrolling on Instagram and YouTube to actually be like, hold up, what is an interest rate? Hold up, dividends? I can get paid just for holding stocks? Hold up, wait, like fire, financial independence, retire early, that's a thing. Like you can actually start opening up your mind to other stuff rather than what they feeding you, because what they feeding you is garbage. The S&P, now I always got to go on a little rant, yo. I'm sorry, man, because this shit is really simple to once you see it. You know how they say once you see something, you can't unsee it? Like once you see this, you can't unsee it. So it's like, it's real simple, and I go on rant sometimes. But big tech has pushed the market up. The market will not go high without big tech running. The S&P is more stable, but it got less wiggle room because it only got them 500 companies. Only focus on that, nothing else. But the total market is slightly more volatile because it got them smaller companies. However, this is the good part about investing in VTI and the total stock market. Because when one of them small companies do run up, when one of them joints run 500% in a year, and that happens, if you invest in long enough, you're going to get it. You're going to see one of these companies running up, you have your ear to the street, and you're going to make one of them 200-300% returns, and your whole mindset going to change like, oh snap, it's possible, because it really is. That's the good thing about investing in VTI, the total stock market, because when one of them companies do run up, you don't miss out on them gains. The whole point of this episode was to break down VOO versus VTI. Me, my investing strategy, y'all already know what I'm going to say. And shout out to Ian Dunlap, the master investor, Two Stock Shakur, whatever y'all want to call it. He put me on game. And this not my investing philosophy, but I will always use half of this. He always say 2 tech, 2 index, and all that mean is 2 tech stocks, 2 index stocks. And he used to say VOO, VTI, Apple and Microsoft. Now I think he switched it to VOO, VTI, Nvidia and Microsoft, because I don't think he's messing with Apple right now. But that's a good investing philosophy. 2 tech, 2 index. You do that for 20 years, you're gonna have like $1 million. That's not a guarantee. This is not financial advice, but if you understand what the market did over the past 20 years, you can say, oh no, that's not too far-fetched. So thank y'all for being here, man. There's another episode of Sunday School here on the Financial Corner with your boy Buck Bandit P, man. You already know if this helped you out, if this taught you something you ain't know, if this gave you some information, just do me this one favor. Make sure you share it with somebody so they can get this info, so they can free their family too, because that's what it's about around here. It's about freedom. The money is just the down payment for the freedom. So appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure you grab your free stock on the way out. Let's go out here and get this money.